Hey everybody, Greg here from Two Old Guys with Crossbows, and I thought I'd do a compilation for the new subscribers or just for reminiscing of our past hunts. So sit back and enjoy, and this is what's happened since we started this channel about 3 years ago. 2021, I guess, will be our 4th year filming. So sit back and enjoy and see the progress that we've made over the past 3 years. Hi everybody, Greg here from Two Old Guys with Crossbows, and well, opening weekend is come and gone. Sadly, it didn't work out the way I was hoping. I did get a shot at a nice deer, doe. It was not good. We had to wait actually till the next morning. We had to leave it overnight, and by the time we got there, the coyotes had been at her and stuff. I followed the ravens to where the ravens were circling and squawking, and finally found her. She ended up running about 300 yards. So, well, opening day, and well, the first deer's down. Unfortunately, we didn't get the shot on film. Jason was a little slow on the camera. I was a little quicker on the crossbow. But we're going to go and track and see if we can find her now. She went this way. Well, it's day 2 of the hunt. I haven't put my face paint on yet, which I'll do shortly. Yesterday was a little bit of a depressing day. We got a doe, but it was no recovery. We just couldn't find a blood trail. We couldn't track her. And but we are watching today. There are hopes. We've seen some ravens already circling in one spot, and maybe we'll find her. Hate to shoot a deer and not be able to find it, that's for sure. Well, we found her. Unfortunately, everybody, the coyotes and the ravens and everybody else found her before we did. That's very sad. Well, there you have it. Not every hunt goes as planned. You know, there's so many channels on YouTube that show these great successful hunting videos. You don't see many that show the ones where it's not quite what you wanted. But I'm sharing this because I want the reality to be there. Not every hunt goes the way you plan. That deer ran probably 300 yards at least, and it would made it basically impossible. There was no blood trail. She didn't bleed it out. Even when we did find her, I looked and I could not find any trail going in there at all.
Hi, it's Jason from Two Old Guys with Crossbows. Anyway, I want to talk about yesterday. Filming hunts is never the easiest thing in the world. As the camera guy, some days it just don't go good at all. Yesterday was absolutely a comedy of errors. We got all set up at about 3 o'clock, and shortly after we got set up, probably close to 4 o'clock, a moose came in to our bait site. But it didn't come all the way in. Greg could see it, I couldn't, so unfortunately no footage. A little later in the day, about 6 o'clock, the two fawns came into the bait site. I got wonderful footage of that. About 6 o'clock, no, closer to 10 to 7, about 10 to 7, a big doe came in by herself. She's fawnless this year. And so I'm trying to get Greg's attention to shoot this doe. I can't. For some odd reason, he had his walkie-talkie turned off, and so I had wonderful footage of this doe, but we never got a shot or anything. Nobody said that being a videographer was going to be easy, but that was probably the most disheartening day I've ever had. Anyway? That's from Jason, Two Old Guys at Crossbows. Thanks.
To subscribe. You can use your subscription. It would support us a lot here at Two Old Guys with Crossbows. So hit that fox, subscribe, and don't forget to press the bell, and you won't miss the next video. See you all soon.
Greg's getting organized as we get ready on this Saturday afternoon. Last morning of the 2018 hunt. We'll see what happens today.
Hey everybody, Greg here from Two Old Guys with Crossbows, and well, the official announcement is in this video. I'm going bear hunting. Jason and I are heading to Manitoba on the 9th of June, and from the 10th till the 16th we have a hunt booked with Bearmaster Outfitters. I've never been bear hunting myself. I've eaten bear, but I've never gone out and shot one myself, and I thought I'd like to do that. For the first one, go with somebody that knows what they're doing and has done it for a while. So I'm going with Bearmaster Outfitters in Manitoba. Well, Brad Jason's, and he's busy trying to fit his stuff in. Beautiful sunny day. Sun shining.
Wake up. I'll be excited.
That's the next stop. We'll have to go to McDonald's or Tim Hortons and get some breakfast. Get some coffees for the trip. Well, the ham and egg or whatever they are.
Okay.
The McMuffins, anyway.
That's everything for you?
Is that everything we want?
That's everything we want.
That's everything we want, yes.
Okay, pull ahead to the break.
So, I'm stuck in a truck with Greg for 9 hours. We're not quite sure how this is going to work out. But we're on our way. We've been through.
I'm a joy to be with. I'm such a joy.
So, our big, exciting Manitoba bear hunt.
Oh yeah. Gonna get a big old bear.
is a nice bear.
300
Holy.
right on the dot.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Wow.
Basically, it's day 2, and it's morning. We've been up a little while, but we're having some breakfast, and breakfast these days consists of eggs, bacon, toast, tomatoes, and we cooked a deer backstrap last night, and we got some left over. We're having that for breakfast too. Just delicious. Yeah, we're having an awesome time here. It's so exciting. Albert is a great guy. His kid Randy is a great guy. Sean is another hunter. He's almost like a guide too. We're just having an awesome time. And we got 5 days left, so I'm sure we're gonna get that shooter bear that we're looking for.
Low.
Well, we'll see what it does with Luminoc.
Yeah.
So this is the first sighting in of the assassin
Since we got here.
since we got here, checking things out.
Make sure it's sighted in.
Shot 2. We'll see how it goes. The scope seemed to have loosened up, and since then we haven't been able to get him on the target. Unfortunately, Greg is shooting quite high, like really high. Still high. Still. There you go. There you go.
There we go. Well, day 2 of the bear hunt. We're just getting ready. This is Randy of Bearmaster Outfitters. He's going to take us out to the stand. Apparently there's a boar and a sow coming in that have been mating, and we're hoping to see the two of them. Once the sow comes in, we'll be waiting for that boar. There's also a couple other sows coming in, but they've got cubs again, like yesterday. But hopefully today's the day, because if that boar comes in, he's going to go home with us. When we arrived at Living the Dream bait site, there was a sow in there with her cub feeding. She was up on top of the barrels. This video is picking up where we've got up into the tree stand already. She was standing guard only about 10 feet away from us as we ascended the ladder. She was not happy that we were there, and her cub was up one of the trees. We weren't sure which one, but we did take a look up into the stand first to make sure it wasn't up the tree we were going up. Yes, she leaves with her cub. Fortunately, and a good thing, neither Jason or I have been eaten or attacked by a bear. And the adventure continues. As we were waiting, this color-phased bear comes in. Just a young boar. He sits and feeds for a while. Got beautiful color to him. With the coloring this boar has, by next year, perhaps a year after, he's going to be a desired bear. Someone's going to want to take him home for that beautiful coat that he's toting. After the small boar leaves, the color-phased bear, the sow and her cub come back and they feed for a while. But they leave then too. After the sow and her cub leave, this little fellow comes in. You can see he's newly on his own. He's been run off by his mother, and he's feeding. But it's nice to have a small bear like this come in, or these smaller bears, because you watch how they react. They're very wary, always watching for danger. And it's not long, and he suddenly is always standing up, listening, looking around. And then he stands up at one point and he looks to the right, gets down and takes off to the left. And I know at this point that there's something else coming. Well, about 9 o'clock, and the sow we've been waiting for finally shows up. But there's no sign of the big boar that's been breeding her. She's moving over to the bait now. She climbs up, makes herself comfortable, and begins to feed. This smaller boar has followed her in, and he was hiding behind the bait barrel since he knows we're there. On his way in, he scented us and came over to the bottom of the ladder. where we are, gave a sniff and a snort, and he took off. He was off in the bushes grunting for the sow to follow him, but she just ignored him and continued to feed. He came back, hid behind the barrels for a while, feeding back there where I couldn't see him, and now he's moved around the front. But we are losing light here. I do apologize for the video quality here, but we're losing light and the cameras aren't working as well as we had hoped. But it's been over half an hour and the larger boar has not shown up, and we are losing light quickly. So I make a decision and I decide I'm going to harvest the smaller boar. But he knows we're there. You'll see him stand up here shortly, and he looks right up at us. He moves off to the right, and again he looks right at me through the trees. He knows we're up there. But he does return, and he gives me the perfect shooting opportunity. And hopefully I harvest my first black bear.
That was a good hit. That was a good hit.
Yeah, there we are. There we are.
You'll see it on the
And I'm gonna back up a bit because I have this zoomed in.
fletchings.
Oh yeah,
Pretty bloody.
you can see the blood and the fur on the arrow, on the quill bolt from the assassin. Lots of good hair, lots of good blood. We'll be recovering in the morning.
So anyways, we couldn't recover last night. It got too dark. So we're back this morning. We're going to go in and find that bear that I shot last night. It should be an easy recovery. There was good blood last night. It just got too dark. And he did run into the thick stuff, so it might not be that easy even when we do find him, because it depends what he's in and how far we got to pull him out. But let's go in and get him. The side he was facing me with.
Right, and that's a big hole. Look at that.
Mm-hmm. That's a good cut.
That's a big cut. Oh yeah.
Looks like I might have hit him a little high, but then again it was angled down from the sand. We'll see the other side once we get him.
That's a perfect shot, yeah. Well, congratulations.
Thank you, Randy.
On your nice bear, your nice Manitoba black bear.
Yep. Excalibur Assassin meets Manitoba Black Bear.
That's right, and puts a hurting on him.
Puts the hurt on him, yeah. Get him out of
It's
here.
time to get him out, that's right.
You're
So
up.
here he is. He's a nice looking bear. My first black bear. Excalibur Assassin did its job well. He didn't fare so well out of it. But yeah, I'm quite happy with this. Gonna be some good meat on there, good eating.
And with that, I'm off to Greg's. Sun's behind me, so this may not be very great as far as footage goes, but the truck's all loaded. and I'm off to be the other half of two old guys with crossbows. And we will see you when I get there. So of course the only one to meet me is Bob, the dog.
Hi everybody. Well, it's day 6 and today we are hunting deer again. And I'm not the shooter today again. I'm just working the cameras. I haven't got my face paint on yet or anything. It's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. The deer have been coming in between 5 and 6:30, 7 o'clock. So we're just getting settled in for the afternoon hunt. And today we have Jason with us.
Hello. So we're all set up in the nifty blind that Greg built, and it's looking pretty good. I'm gonna have to practice a little bit with the bow here in a minute just to see how this works. But other than that, I'm excited.
What are you going to shoot today?
I am going to shoot a whitetail deer. Mostly,
No,
probably
no buck, doesn't matter.
I'm going to shoot a whitetail deer. It doesn't matter. I am a meat hunter, and that's why I do this.
And if a muley comes in?
We'll shoot that too, because we have a tag.
Okay. But anyways, we're going to get to our hunt here, and we'll keep you posted as time goes on.
So, got a deer.
Are you excited?
Oh, I'm very excited.
He's
not a huge buck, but it's a little buck.
Yeah, he's in. Well, there he is, Jason.
Yep.
Not bad. Turn his head to the side a bit. Let's have a look. He's not a huge buck, but he's got a couple of brow tines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points by the looks of it. And that is what the muzzy will do. I don't know how well you can see that. Can you see the luminoc? I'll zoom in a little bit here. Yeah, he's still losing some air there, but that cut is probably nearly 3 inches, and that's the entry side, as you can see. Bolt still sticking out of him. It hit his leg on the other side of his leg bone, and that's why it didn't pass through. But that is what the Muzzy Trocar HBX will do. They don't go far. And it looks like it was a perfect heart shot. That Muzzy Trocar almost took his heart in half. No wonder he didn't go very far. We actually dragged him back, and on a straight path he only went about 35 yards.
Yep. So what are we doing today?
I'm going to shoot a whitetail. It's my turn. Jason shot my buck yesterday, so I might shoot a doe today, I don't know. But I've got my tag to fill yet, and we're hoping that another buck comes in today. It's a little early though, because well, we were just in here yesterday, and we are putting a bit of pressure on them, so we might not even see a deer today. But the temperature has dropped probably, what would you say, a good 6-8 degrees?
Oh yeah, at least.
Yeah, so that could get them up moving a little early, and that's what I'm hoping. That's why I didn't want to miss today. I was going to give it a day rest. But yeah, we'll sit through till the end of shooting time and keep you filled in. Well, I already did this once, but video experts don't turn on the sound. And it wasn't me. We'll blame it on that guy back there. But anyways, it's day 9. Day 9 of our hunting. So this is the 9th day we've been out hunting. Jason has filled his tag. He got a buck. He got my buck, I think. But anyways, I am going to shoot a whitetail deer today, hopefully, as long as one comes in. But the thing is, will they come in? Since we shot the buck, they've gone basically nocturnal on us. And I seen one the one day over in the bushes heading down south. I thought it would circle around and come back to the bait. But we'll keep you posted and we'll let you know. Day 9. This is Greg's hunt now. Jason shot my buck, so I'm going to shoot a whitetail deer. Well, if you look way down the end of the trail there's 3 deer. And they don't come into the bait though. They just continue on by. So I have to wait for them to circle around and come in. And that's what I'm hoping they'll do. Sure enough, half an hour passes and here they come. And we'll pick it up from there.
Yep.
She went around the corner, but I think she's going down.
So,
She went down around the corner, but she was dragging. Her head was down.
yep.
And eating these apples, I don't think they're quite at the corn.
Yeah.
Right? I seen her pick up an apple over there.
Well, she definitely pooped. Oh, this time we got a blood trail.
Look at this.
Yeah. Oh, good hit. Good hit.
Yes, it's not the warmest of days. That's why I figured they'd be moving early. So she went through here. Look at this blood.
Yep. So, what do you think?
I'm happy. Got my meat for the freezer.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a full size. She's a full size doe. Hi everybody out there in YouTube land. Jason and Greg here, 2 old guys with crossbows. And today, well, we're going to talk a little bit about the first hunt, since we weren't able to get a lot of footage. Jason and I went out. We have a trailer out where we hunt by the blind, and we spent the night in the trailer. And of course we got up at 4 in the morning when it was pitch black and snuck in there and got into the blind and settled in, and within half an hour or so, the deer, all we could see out the window were shadows. But we knew they were there. There was one deer so close it was right under the window of the blind. Could have reached out and petted it, you know. But we knew it was there. We could hear them crunching apples. We could hear them crunching on the corn. And all you could see was shadows zipping around. But of course the cameras couldn't pick anything up because it was so dark. And then as daylight started to, the sun started to rise, it was before shooting time. There was basically a full-grown doe and a buck left in there feeding. And I was waiting for the right moment. I was waiting for enough light and hoping to get some camera footage. And I waited and waited, and it was still actually just getting to legal shooting light. And I thought, okay, another minute or so, I'm going to be able to pull this trigger and take that buck.
And I'd be able to film. But
And Jason would be able to film, yes. You know. And no, all of a sudden he just started to stroll off and lifted his tail and went strutting off into the woods and never came back. Finally, around 9 o'clock, we didn't see any more deer coming in. I said to Jason, I says, you know, we're going to have to make a trip back to the house, which fortunately for us is only about 10 minutes from our hunting site.
yeah.
And I threw on my long undies and stuff and came back out. And we're kind of sharing here the events of what happened for the day because we didn't have a lot of camera footage, as I said. So
Part of it was the cameraman's fault.
yeah. And so anyways, we get back out there. We've been up since 4 in the morning. We get back out there. It's around 11 o'clock. And we go into the blind and we're sitting there. And all I can hear behind me is and I look back and Jason's sleeping. We're getting older, and yeah, sometimes he spends more time sleeping than hunting, but you know. Anyway, so I bang him in the knee. Quit snoring.
Yep.
So that happened about 3 times over 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Finally, he says, okay, he says, I'm tired. I can't keep my eyes open. I'm going to go back to the trailer and have a half-hour snooze and then come back. I said, okay, whatever. You know, so we got out and had a smoke. Yes, we had a smoke behind the blind.
Yep.
And voided our bladders, and away he went with a sandwich and an apple and whatever to the trailer, and he was going to have a little snack and have a sleep. But I wasn't giving up, and I'm back in the blind. And I did look up on Google or whatever a deer grunt on my phone because we have signal down there now, surprisingly enough.
Yep.
But I found a deer grunt MP3. And I thought, well, I'm just going to try it because that buck was around. I know he's not too far away. He's bedded down, but he's not far. Their bedding area from where we hunt them is probably, maybe another 150 yards at the most back there. And we know that because we were tracking a deer the one year and we went back there and we scared a couple of bucks up out of their beds. And anyways, I'm sitting there and I play this deer grunt. And then I'm waiting. About 10 minutes goes by and I give it one more try. I give it another grunt. And I sit there and I'm waiting. And all of a sudden I hear this grunt in the bush. And I thought, did I just hear a deer grunt? I'm thinking to myself, did I just hear a deer grunt? You know. And anyways, about 5 more minutes, all of a sudden this 6-point buck shows up. And he comes running in and he's looking around. His chest is out. It's like he's looking for a fight. He's looking for who's in his territory.
Yeah, Greg's first shooter and first buck of 2021.
Deer season, opening day.
Opening day.
At about 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah, he came in for a snack and that was his last one.
He's got 2 brow tines down here.
Yeah.
He's got these 2 up here, and then he's got 6 points.
Yeah. No, he's a pretty good deer.
He's gonna be tasty. That's the main thing.
He is gonna be tasty.
What are you doing out here today, Jason?
Sleeping. That's what I'm doing out here. I'm sleeping. It's very quiet. No.
You gonna shoot a big buck or you gonna shoot a doe?
Well, if Gray comes in, I'm shooting a doe for sure. Other than that, I'm not sure.
Looking to put that second deer down in 2020.
Yeah. You're not forward. Hi, everybody. Jason here from Two Old Guys with Crossbows. Would you believe this is the third take of this interview? It's been a morning. Anyway, I finally got my deer. Got my whitetail, and unfortunately we have no footage of it because...
No footage of the kill shot.
No footage of the kill shot, yes. Because I told Greg not to film. This deer, this doe, one of the does we wanted to take out, has been coming in, well, the last 3 times, right at the end of day. And would look at the blind, look at the blind, look at the blind. And then get a little closer and a little closer and then turn around and walk away. So obviously she was very spooky. When she came in Friday morning at 6:26, I think, just shortly after legal shooting light, she came in and
in reality, I don't know if there was enough light to actually film yet because sunrise was not till
6:26.
No,
24.
No, that was legal shooting time.
Yeah.
Half an hour before sunrise.
That's right.
So it was just, it was still pretty gray.
Yeah. So anyway, Greg
And the
was
camera
going to
needs
film.
more light.
Yes, these cameras do need a little more light, and I plan on doing a video about that soon. The main thing, though, is that she came in. Greg was going to film, and I said, "Don't you dare! It'll light up this blind like a beacon, and she'll run away." So she came in. She went around, circled, and came
looked
back
at us,
again.
looked in the blind,
Looked everywhere.
did some of this.
Little bit of that, yeah. little look here, look there. And then finally, she came in and offered me a perfect broadside shot, which I took with the old Axiom, and she ran way farther than I thought she was gonna, because those Muzzy Trocar HBX arrowheads, crossbow heads, make a pretty good hole.
2 5/8.
2 5/8, and yet she managed to go, and because she was an alert animal, okay, I firmly believe this. She managed to run a good 65 to 75 yards into the thickest bush we have.
And she was very alert, and she took off, and she made it about 65, 70 yards.
Yeah.
And she ran right into the thick stuff.
Of course.
Oh joy.
No, whitetail wise, it's been great. Mule deer wise, well, we're still learning. Anyway, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Like, subscribe, hit the notification button. Button. Well, Greg will have that. We'll fix that.
No, I'll leave it in there. As we said earlier, we didn't get the kill shot on video, so I'm doing a little voiceover here to show old Gray, but this is the day before. And you can see by the way she comes in, look at, she's very wary. She's been around a while and she's wise to our tricks. But yeah, she's very wary. She's looking right in the blind. And she's actually at about 40 yards right here. And for me, I can make that shot. It's not the best shot. She's quartering away. Here she's moved in a little closer, but as you see, she's moved to the other side of the trail and she's hiding behind the bushes. She's not doing a shot. Jason, being a left-handed shooter, it's very hard for him to get a shot on this side of the blind. For me, being a right-handed shooter, she would have been, I would have had her. But Jason doesn't get her this day. as you see, she's watching in the blind and she keeps looking, and then all of a sudden she just decides to trot off back into the woods. She doesn't like what's going on. Even this little button buck's kind of sniffing around. He's wondering why she's stopping, I guess, not going over to the apples. But the next shot she'll see some stills. Like I said, we didn't get the kill shot, sadly. And we have some game camera shots that I'm going to put up. Us going in to make the retrieval. You see us walking into the woods. There she goes. She doesn't see no alarm or anything. Her tail's not up. She just doesn't like what she's sensing, and away she goes. And she doesn't come back until after dark, I'm sure. And here's the stills. Jason's made that shot in the morning where we couldn't get any footage of it, and we're just checking. Lots of good blood on that bull. The blood, and there she is, piled up in the bush. But he got her, double lunged. Beautiful. That's the exit hole. Huge hole. She went about 80 yards, but she was a pretty hyped up deer too. Oh, there she is. You happy with her?
I'm very happy with her. And the Axiom got a deer this year, so
Yep.
we're good.
He used his the very first bull we bought, and that was the Excalibur Axiom. I believe Death by Bungee uses the same.
It's the same bull.
Same
Richie
bull.
uses the same bull.
Yeah, Rich uses the same bull. But yeah, she's a nice full-size doe. This is the sneaky one, the one that was very wary. We couldn't get any video of the shot because she was circling and staring right in that window, and if I would have lit up the camera, that would have lit the inside of the blind up and she'd have been gone. Very skittish deer.
Yeah.
So why are we doing this? Why are we squirrel hunting?
Why are we squirrel hunting? Well, basically, I believe in the fact that there's nothing worse than being out in your blind, waiting for that beautiful deer to walk in and have a squirrel bust you and sit in the tree and chatter, 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 letting all the deer know that there's danger in the area. And also, he keeps trying to get in our blind and making nests. So there's two reasons for it. But yeah, basically he comes and he'll sit on that branch out there and he will chatter, chatter, chatter at us, looking at us through this little window once he discovers we're here. Because he's a little bolder than the deer and he gets a better look at us. And yeah, so that's why I decided it's time to take him out. And I don't think he's the only one that's here, but he's the one that does the chattering because he always follows the same path, jumps on a little tree, comes out of the bait, goes back, jumps on a little tree, takes off over here. This is the Benjamin Maximus 22 caliber PCP.
Okay, and on it you have?
Oh, and I have the X-Sight 4K daytime hunting scope, since we're only allowed a daytime scope in Saskatchewan.
And we are chasing squirrels. This is the tree that he hangs out at. There he is.
Oh, and he's gone.
He'll be back. There he is.
And he's down.
And he's down. We have our first squirrel.
Right through the shoulder. And out his back end.
Yeah,
Clean through.
great shot. Great shot, my
I would have
friend.
tried for a head shot, but he's way too quick.
Yep.
And a little while goes by and I see this little guy out the corner of my eye and I get a bead on him. I shot high. I did a little hole over there because he was a fair distance of about 50 yards. Doesn't look like it because I zoomed in on him.